Welcome, comic lovers. Garvin, the old comic guy, coming at you with another comic book shout out. Thought I'd have a drink and do this shout out. And we'll kind of take it from there. Let's get right into it. Having a drink. I hope you have one with you. That's going to come up a little bit later. Just kind of poking a little fun. First up, though, we're going to start with Trev, the shipping guru. Trev, the shipping guru. I'll put the link below. About over 600 videos. He does a monthly giveaway, and you get entered by his new comic book day videos. So that way you could do about 4 a week or 4 a month. So you could be entered 4 times. And always fun. He's just showing off what he picked up new comic book day, right? Like, so most of it's new, but not all of it. Because if it's a light week, he picks up some older stuff or some stuff that he's looking for. His most recent one had, like the Sandman that just came out. A Venom cover, some other stuff, and then he picked up, because it was a light week for him, he picked up his some back issues of Star Wars Afra. So most of this is new stuff, like it's not a bunch of old stuff. He also does anime pack openings. Those are usually shorts. Talks about his comic books, and all in all, just genuinely a pleasant guy. As he does these, he'll do a cover of the week. What else does he do? Oh, he does challenges. So he challenges others. He actually does some challenges too. One of the recent ones was dollar bins. So your top 10 dollar bin or lower books. And I thought about it and thought, man, I could pull like so many things. I mean, I'd have to have my collection here, so I'd have to go get some pieces and stuff. But since most of my books come out of these idea of dollar or cheap market books, right? Like some of them were back in the day when they were, 5 for $1. Because they were quarter boxes. It's kind of weird to think about them as dollar books now, but yeah, they're dollar books. So I think I'll put in the description, I'll put a link to his most recent new comic book day, and then you can make a comment. And like I said, he does do a drawing at the end of the month, and he'll ship out something. Just something. Like, I'm not even sure what all you get, but it's always fun that he does this, and I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. He's definitely involved in the comic book community. He is right now up for some awards for the comic book creator awards, like CBCA or something like that. And I've talked about it before. It's a huge thing. Well, it's not huge. Kind of. I mean, the goal is that it will be huge at some point, but it's for YouTubers who are involved in the community. And I know, like, I'm not there yet. My channel is not as active in the community involvement. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not. Partially, like, that's time, and that's maybe at some point this will grow into something like that for sure. But I do want to support the community because they've been very supportive of me. So I always want to support the community, and he has been doing that for quite a long time. You'll usually see him pop up on streams when people do streams and stuff in the community, and he's always there to add a comment, insight into whatever discussion is going on. So I think that's amazing. So Trev, the shipping guru, that's first. Number 2, the Comic Viking. So, oh wait, I forgot to give the official, like, what does Trev say? So Trev's site says that he does comic books and anime pack openings, monthly giveaways worldwide. Comment on my new comic book day videos for entries. You can do multiple. And that doesn't mean multiple on the same one. That means they're before, because every week, right? And then, so anyway, that's his. So 2 is the Comic Book Viking. He's got over 260 videos, ish. Yeah. Most of his videos, well, not most of them. Well, a good chunk of them are done with Beckerman. And they have a weekly show called Hucklebuckle. I think it comes out on Tuesdays. They also have a Viking book club that meets once a week. That's a stream. And they talk about trade paperbacks or runs of comics. That's kind of nice. And they're actively relating to other comic book creators. So they're connected up on different ways. And I think that's pretty cool. Their videos are, in the most part, about stuff they're finding, stuff that they're finding interesting. So they do some giveaways and stuff like that. But they do, for the most part, it's about what did they find, what did they pick up, that sort of stuff. Not as much of the, in both cases on these first 2, not as much of the really, really old stuff, but it's always good. It's always fun. And the Comic Viking says their official thing says, "Hello, welcome to the Comic Viking. Here I make videos with Beckerman. We have a weekly show called the Hucklebuckle that comes out every Tuesday morning." I was right, Tuesday. We also have the Viking Book Club that is once a month, live stream. You will also see both of us on multitude of other channels talking about comics and everything nerd related with our friends on YouTube. And I think I'll just include the most recent Hucklebuckle, which I think it's like it's in the 40s. And so that's the Comic Viking. And last but certainly not least is Jason at Old Guys Who Like Old Comics. And he does his Having a Drink with Mink. It's Jason Mink. He does, so that's always a fun one. And he's got something in a glass. Choices are up to you, right? But one of the things I think that's really cool, he'll show off old toys, and he'll show off old books, like really old books. And they're not always like, yeah, genuinely, they're usually old. And he is, it's fun. It is definitely fun to watch him go through some old books. He did one just like what day are we? Sunday. So 2 days ago, on Friday the 13th, he did a special which had a bunch of old creepy and eerie, or was there an eerie? I remember the creepy, some unexpected. Yeah, I don't even know if there was an eerie, but those old sort of books, like those, the horror books. And I thought that was just so much fun. And he'll open them up and be like talking about a particular story, talking about the wonderful thing that I also love, and we totally miss out on those amazing ads. It's one of the, I don't know if you guys have had this, but you've you'll get a comic and you'll see that it has the intact coupon for Palisades Park or something, right? And you're like, well, seriously, why didn't you cut that out and go? Like, really? I mean, I would have. I don't know. So I never get bothered when those are cut out unless it's, affecting a story. But I'm like, it was actually what it was for. But not even those, right? The nifty little, I don't know, X-ray specs that we all saw, and the other wonderful, weird sea monkeys and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. And even going older, right? You could get the nifty little like secret decoder rings and stuff. So I liked those old ads. In fact, sometimes I think the ads are the most interesting thing in some comics. Yeah, they are. They genuinely are. So anyway, his officially, it says, tailored to comics, curmudgeon, and us all. The Old Guys Who Like Old Comics Network is the YouTube hub for all old guys who like old comics, news, and content. It's hosted by the Grand Wazoo, Jason Mink. The channel features comic news, reviews, and content too odd to fit anywhere else. Stay off my lawn. And genuinely, it's just fun. He in this one, he also showed off some old Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger dolls or figures, right? Because we didn't want to call them dolls, so we made up the term action figures. Genuinely, that was because of the G.I. Joe. That's where it first gets used, to my knowledge, and or Action Force if you're overseas, and not in the U.S., right? Because it was Action Force, it wasn't G.I. Joe. But the same general idea. They were, same guys, Army, Navy, etc., Air Force, all that sort of stuff. But we didn't want to call them dolls, so we called them action figures. He does some fun with that, and it's just amazing. I thoroughly enjoy it. So those are my three. Trev, the Shipping Guru, the Comic Viking, and Old Guys Who Like Old Comics. And from the Old Comic Guy. That's all I got. All right, you guys, take care of each other. Have a wonderful day.